Let's talk about workspaces, efficiency, charging what you need to charge, making sure things are organized nicely. Hey, today I want to share something really interesting with you. This is something that has been a big work in progress for me for some time, and it's something that I think that most photographers, if not all photographers, should have some sort of spot like this in their house, in their studio, in their office, whatever it might be. Now you're looking at, this is literally a workbench that you can get at Home Depot. Okay, it's literally a workbench you can get at Home Depot. It's on wheels, it can roll around. It is a very common, at least in America, in the United States, it is a very common product that a lot of creatives use, not for the tools like it's designed for, except for, or rather, but for camera gear, for lenses, things like that. So if I was to shift my view right now, and I open up this big drawer right here, inside, it may not look organized, but it's very nicely organized. As you can see, I've got flashes over here, I've got some batteries right here, and some filter aspects of some crystals. I've got a flashlight, I've got my neutral density filters all over here, some tripod accessories, some MagSafe products right here, and so on. And every drawer below here, so you can see there's a bunch of drawers. Every drawer is organized a specific way. But the magic of this, what I really wanted this for, besides from the storage, was this top right here, this workspace top right here. Now, this workspace, the only thing that is permanent on here is this is my Eero. If you're not sure what that is, an Eero is a mesh network. I am not anywhere near the router, and there's also a fireplace, a chimney that is in between me and the router, which all that brick and the metal, it all reduces the Wi-Fi, and I don't have any Ethernet in my house. So I have a mesh network, which allows me to do a back channel, so I have Ethernet going to my desk. The rest of this is purely for my power station or temporary workspace. So what I have first, this is one of those newer lights. So it has a mini Bowens mount. If I was to turn this on, about to get real bright in here, but you can see it is a warm cool, right? It only goes warm or cool. It is pretty bright, and it is always plugged in to the back here to keep it charged. This is a battery, but it can also run right off of the power. Next up is actually my Fuji dual charger. So I can drop in 2 Fuji batteries just like that and have it charging 2 of them on the spot as I need. The one right next to it is my Nikon one from SmallRig. So again, I can drop in a Nikon battery and have those charging as well. Now I do have additional Nikon chargers, which are actually in the drawer, and I have 3 of them, which I can also plug in as well. But if I need a quick charge without having to whip out these for a lot of batteries, I just drop my batteries into the SmallRig, which is more convenient. Then I have 3 of these PowerX chargers for all AA's. I rarely use AA's anymore because I used to use the AA's for my Nikon SB800s, but I typically use my Godox strobes more than I do my little Nikon speedlights. So I don't need the AA as much, but these chargers for rechargeable AA's are the best. I have not had to repurchase one of these in a very long time, but I do have 3, and these are also always plugged in behind. Now I got this beautiful thing that I don't remember where it came from, but it is sentimental because it was, I think, my mom's or my father's. I can't remember 100%, but it is a little like jewelry catch type of thing. It looks like an ashtray. It might actually have been an ashtray at one point, but quite often I will use it to put something on if I need to store something for a certain period of time on this workspace. And this can be moved around, of course, as needed, all right? Of course, I also have things like my MagSafe chargers for my phone. So I have a couple USB-C cables coming out from the surge protector that's behind here, and I can just plug those in and start charging extra things like that. So again, you're probably catching the idea that this workspace is all about charging everything I need to charge. Now, finally, you probably have seen my video, and if you haven't, definitely try to check it out. My video on these Godox batteries and how to bring them back if they have died on you, okay? Now, what is really cool is that I've also got a cable for those, and it's strapped here. So if I was to unplug this, back here I've got a magnet hook, and then this little strap, which I then just hook it there, which keeps the cables from falling behind. Because this is magnetic, it's nice that I can just put a magnet behind here to hold whatever I need to. In fact, the entire power strip that is behind here is actually being held up by a magnet as well. So that is in place. Finally, non-charging wise, on the sides, I also have this on one side, which actually the tripod that I'm currently using slips into, and this is, even though it's meant to hold a broom, my tripod just hangs on this mount on the side of this bench. On the other side, I have my iFootage Cobra 3 monopod, which is being held on by one of these hooks. This can't fit on the little broom style magnet, so I actually am using this to hold it on. So there you go. This is how I am utilizing this workbench as a charging station, as a workstation, to keep me better organized with everything and more efficient with charging and accessories and things like that. I'm always working on improving it. I might want to taking these away because I don't use them quite as much. But the idea here is there's a power strip behind here that is ready to go at any point for whatever I need to charge, whether it's a USB-C, whether it's USB and I need to convert it to USB-C, whether it's a battery like these, where I can just drop them in, whether it's a Godox battery, whether it is a light with a custom charging port instead of it being a USB-C, whatever it might be, easy access, all in one spot. Highly recommend it.